Hi everyone, welcome back to Nick's Diecast. In today's video, I'll be opening up various models that I purchased off two different diecast model car sites. This first set of models here was purchased from the Firebell, which is a small business located in Massachusetts that specializes in various models of emergency vehicles. And the second set of models that I'll be showing in the latter portion of this video was purchased from Diecast Direct, which is based in Kentucky. So as you can see, here are the three models that I got from the Firebell. Two different Chevrolet Suburban police cars made by Welly, as well as a Corgi fire truck right here. I was actually just kind of casually browsing for these Chevy Suburban models by Welly, because I've actually been looking for them for quite some time. And in my Google search, the white one on the right here came up. And then I was able to find the Firebell website. And they have quite a cool selection of models on there. So I found those two Suburbans as well as this Corgi fire truck. We'll open up the Corgi fire truck first. This is from the Auto City series. I'm not sure when it was actually made, but it's about maybe 1/87th-ish scale, I want to say. I say ish because it's a little bit smaller than that, but it's a Simon Snorkel ladder truck. So we'll get it out of the package and see how that looks. This is probably made maybe in like the 1990s or the early 2000s, maybe. Again, I'm not really sure, but this was a cool model. I paid about $5 for this particular model. I didn't think that was bad because I don't think Corgi is making this model at this point. It does have the working bucket, as you see right here. Has Simon Snorkel on the arm, and then you have the tampos on the roof as well. Nice paintwork too, I might add. This does rotate, as you see here, and the bucket does move as well. Nice little detailed fire truck for $5. I was glad to find that on the site. Rolls nice and smoothly, too. Very nice. I'll probably put this on my HO scale train layout. Again, it is smaller than like HO scale, but I don't think it'll look too far off if I put it on the layout. There's another view of that arm and the bucket on there. Very cool. Next, we have these two Welly Chevrolet Suburbans. Now, Welly makes different models of the 2001 Chevrolet Suburban. These are actually about 1/43rd scale. As you can see, they're in kind of the standard gray box that Welly was using in the early 2000s. This police version that you see here, along with the white version, I believe were special releases. They did not come with the pullback motors, and they would actually come with a separate set of light bars inside the box that you can install on the model. So we'll get this first Suburban out of the packaging first here. As you can see, it's in this nice display case. Looks really nice, actually. It has the Welly inscription on the top. Then there's the model on the inside. Oh, here's all the different light bars. They're in this little baggie. The seller, who does actually own Firebell, did inform me about these extra light bars. I was excited to learn about that. We'll see what we actually have in this bag here. I see at least two types of light bars. We'll dump it out and take a look, and then we'll unscrew the Suburban from the base. This first Suburban was hard to get off the base. I actually ended up having to use pliers to get the one screw unscrewed, but I was able to eventually get it unscrewed completely. But for now, here is the Suburban on the base, and then I got it off. Yeah, that one screw was really giving me trouble, but I was able to get the model off the base. Very nice model. Welly did release a pullback version of this where you have the California Highway Patrol livery and the light bar. This one is the non-pullback version. Even so, it does have the opening doors, as we see right here. They're very stiff, too. Brand new 20-plus-year-old models. I always love to get those. Nice detail on the front there with those lights and the Chevrolet bow tie badge. You have the CHP paint scheme going on, too. And the holes in the roof are, of course, for the light bars. With the model, you do actually get three separate light bars. You have two of kind of the rectangular standard light bars that you saw a lot of in the 1990s and the early 2000s, and one vector style of light bar. You do have to put these light bars together and kind of use your own paint to color in the light bars, I guess we'll say, but for now we'll put on this clear light bar to see how it looks on the model. That looks really nice. A little bit of glue wouldn't hurt too if you do happen to get this model and put together these light bars. The vector light bar is very small, and it is going to be kind of hard to put each of those individual lights on there, but I may try that out in the near future. We'll take a look next at the white Chevrolet Suburban by Welly. This one does have some different details than the black and white version. We'll kind of get a better look once we get it out of the box, but here it is in the display case. It looks very nice. Go ahead and remove this next, and then we'll unscrew the model from the base. And these did have plastic straps. I'm holding shut the doors, as you see right here with the white Suburban. Really cool. Oh, and this one also has the bag with the light bars in it. I won't open this one because it does look like it has the same sets of light bars, I should say, as the black and white Suburban. So we'll leave that on there, or we'll take the bag off the base for now to get to the screws, and then we'll just retape it later. All right, there's the white Chevrolet Suburban off the base. Really cool model. And this white version does have different badging on it. You have the Chevrolet Suburban inscriptions on the rear liftgate and the LT badge behind the rear doors. You don't have that on the black and white version. This also has the opening doors. They're pretty stiff. I'm not going to open them up all the way, but you get the idea. This does have the opening doors. And again, there are pullback versions of the Welly 1/38 to 1/43 scale Suburbans, but these are the non-pullback versions, and I believe sold for a higher price. As you can see here, I went ahead and I colored in the two light bars with Sharpies. So I made the white Suburban as kind of like a municipal service vehicle, maybe like, Public Works or a contractor vehicle of some sort. And then I did go with the California Highway Patrol livery for the black and white Suburban, as you see right here. It came out really cool. So, and I'm going to keep the other set of light bars wrapped up in their bag, the ones that came with the white Suburban. The two light bars you see here both came with the black and white Suburban, but yeah, I'm happy with how both of these turned out, and I'm definitely happy with these purchases as well. Up next, we'll take a look at the models that I purchased from Diecast Direct, which is a diecast retailer based in Kentucky. They have an online site that you can go on, and they also mail out catalogs in the mail once you do buy from them. So I did actually get a catalog from them with these models that you see right here. And for both Diecast Direct and the Firebell, I think their prices are quite fair compared to the other diecast retailers that you may find. And they both have a mix of recently released and recently retired and even long since retired models as part of their inventory, I guess. So that is very cool to say. So we'll go ahead and see what I got from Diecast Direct right here. Up first, we have this pullback NYPD police cruiser made by Welly. This is about 1/43 to 1/38 scale. It's a Ford Police Interceptor sedan. And although it's manufactured by Welly, the model is sold under the Darren name. As you can see, it does have the pullback motor and the opening doors as well. The NYPD livery does look great on the model as well. 5904 was an actual cruiser that the NYPD used. I believe they still have it in their museum, I want to say. But I was definitely glad to find that one. Speaking of New York, we have this New York Taxi, which is made by Monogram and sold under Darren. This is a Ford Escape, and it's in 1/43 scale. Comes in this nice NYC taxi box. You have a picture of the model on the back, and then some information on the bottom as well. We'll go ahead and get this model out of its box next. All right, there we go, finally. All right, here's the Ford Escape on its cardboard base. Looks like it's held down by one screw, so we'll take off that screw next. Then we'll see how the model looks. There we go. Just gotta pull it out. All right. There's actually a second piece mounted on the base of the car you can just pull off. There we go. All right, here's our Ford Escape Taxi. And New York City did actually have a fair bit of these 2008 through 2012 Ford Escapes. In fact, one actually reached over 500,000 miles. But you can see it has the Motor Max nameplate on the base. It says what the model is, which is the 2008 Ford Escape. Pretty well detailed, too. It has the NYC Taxi livery on it. Rolls nice and smooth, has rubber tires. See, you actually have the medallion on the hood as well as the taxi sign on the roof. Very cool model. And last but not least, here we have this 3-pack of 1/87 scale American cars from 1990 by Monogram. It's in kind of this interesting triangular shaped box with a mirrored back, as you see here. On the back, you actually have details about the real cars. So you have the Ford Thunderbird Super Coupe, the Corvette ZR1, and the Pontiac Grand Prix. Now, Monogram actually did release several other 1/87 scale sets like this, with a mixture of modern, at the time at least, cars from like the late 1980s and early 1990s, and classic cars from like the 1950s and 60s. This is a pack of 3, as you already see. You can also find packs of 6, 7, or even 8 models, too. I'm not sure the exact number, but I got this set for only $8. They were having like a clearance sale on various items, and this was included in that, so I was happy that I found it. I was kind of looking at these Monogram sets, because I do have an HO scale train layout, so I always do look for cars for those. So these are held down by these interesting plastic brackets. So I'll see if I can take these off from the base with those brackets on there. It was kind of hard. I had to pull each car off. Almost seemed like I was going to break the cars, but they ended up being fine. We'll take a look and see what we got here. These are actually pretty well detailed for plastic models. First we have, oh, and they have metal bases too. I didn't even notice that until I got these out of the box. First, we have this Corvette ZR1 in silver with the red interior. That looks awesome. You have the plastic wheels. Decently detailed, too. I've been looking for a Corvette for my layout for quite some time, and here's one that I finally found. Next, we have the Pontiac Grand Prix in this bright red. I do like this red with that brown interior that you see there. Not many models exist of the Grand Prix, if any, really, from this generation. So I'm happy that Monogram makes it. They do mold in some details on these models, like the different badging and the headlights and taillights as well. And last but not least, we have this Ford Thunderbird Super Coupe in this interesting blue with the gray interior. This looks really cool in that particular color scheme. Decently detailed. The interiors do look fairly accurate for such small scale models too. All right, well, there's my haul from Diecast Direct. I'm definitely glad that I was able to find their site and find all of these models from there. Well, here's all the models that I got from both the Firebell and Diecast Direct. Definitely glad that I found all these models on both of those sites. It really goes to show you that you can find a lot of good models, both recent releases and retired releases from smaller diecast model car sites. In addition to those models, I also happened to find these 2 models at Rite Aid during the same week. I bought the black version of the Ford Police Interceptor sedan, and then I found this Porsche 911 in white, which is a pullback model. So yeah, definitely some great finds here from both of those independent model car sellers and from Rite Aid as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and feel free to comment down below with your favorite model that I found from those 2 sites or from Rite Aid. Thanks for watching.